family, it's your girl Angelic Ray coming to you once again at Angelic Soul 11, and I'm excited to be doing this collective reading for you all. We're going to give it some time for people to come in. We are doing this collective reading for the new moon coming up this Sunday. The new moon in Leo with the 8/8 portal of the Lion's Gate, and we are in the middle of the Lion's Gate. Hello, lovelies. Can y'all hear me? Please put in the comments if you can hear me well, because I'm outside. I do have my lovely Stella Blue, and one of my neighbors is going to be, okay, cool. One of my neighbors is going to be coming back with their dog. And so I know she might get like up a little bit and stuff like that. So bear with me if you happen to hear her. We just decided that we wanted to be out in nature. It is such a beautiful energy to be outside and allowing, you know, the energy to just speak to you and allow the messages to flow. So before I actually get into the readings, I want to talk about the whole needing to feel it to heal it. And the reason why that's extremely important during this time, this is important every day. Every day, all the time, is something that we all do. We feel our thoughts and our sensations before we logically make sense of them, right? Before we bring them into a space of explaining what it is that our feelings are telling us, right? And so because that is part of the human experience that we have here on earth, or even just the experience in general, right? Because animals feel too, right? And they're logically explaining it not in the same way that we do, right? So it's not necessarily a human experience, but an earthly experience, right? And in feeling the sensations of the experiences that's going on. Hello, welcome. Please remember to share this video as well, so that others can get this message too. It costs you absolutely nothing to share the video. There we go. Quiet. One moment. She want her boyfriend. No. I know he want to say hi to her too. Come on, y'all, we're doing so good. Please bear with me if you're just tuning in. I am gonna have a brief discussion in regards to feeling it to heal it, and then I'll be doing the collective reading as well. So have a good night. So there we go. I want to also say happy Friday. I know this is I'm kind of all over the place, right? Well, not really. I'm here. I'm centered. This is one of my beautiful friends, right? And the whole feel it to heal it, this homie G here has helped me through some feelings, right? And it's so beautiful the way that trees choose to communicate. The way trees choose to communicate. Because they don't necessarily communicate with words in the same way that we do, right? However, if you ever connect with a tree, you would feel the communication happening telepathically between you and the tree, right? And the same thing goes with animals and stuff like that. And that's why I say it's an earthly experience as opposed to just the human experience. And a lot of the times we go about life and we're always hearing, oh, shadow work, or love and light, and all of this and all of that, right? And 1111, all the synchronicities of these numbers and these portals and these moons, and what the fuck does it all even mean, right? First of all, just because collectively we are experiencing a new moon and a full moon does not even necessarily mean that that is your moon cycle, right? So that means that the way that you feel is not going to necessarily be the same way someone else's feels, because you have your own internal expression besides the external reality of experiences that goes on and that is happening, right? So when you think of the moon phases and you say, okay, well, I'm learning is not just my sun sign, is my moon sign and all these other things. Your moon represents your feelings, and it represents the mind as well, the illumination of the mind, and with the subconscious and the dreams, and the more like clairvoyance, the clear minds, right? I would say that, because it is telepathic and stuff like that, but I digress. Going into the feelings, right? You could be a person that was born on a new moon, or born in a waxing moon, born in a waning moon, in a gumpus, in a quarter moon, right? First quarter, last quarter, full moon, right? There's so many different phases of the moon, and each phase has a different personality. It has a different vibe to it, right? And I'm going to be going more in depth into this. So if this is information that you are interested in, I am going to be having a workshop coming soon. Again, this is the part 2 of the Goddess Energy workshop. And so it's really going to have an embodiment of information as to how you can utilize your moon cycle with your menstrual cycle and all these different things, right? But I'm bringing this up because those moon phases are an aspect of you. They do not make up who you are, and it does not make up how you feel as a whole. However, it does make up a form of expression as to how you feel. Not only the phases of the moon, but also what sign and house is it in, right? So there's a person that they can feel completely charged up during the full moons. They're alive, they're happy, they parlaying. And then you can have what we call the like lunatics, right? Where they go mad, they go crazy. All their emotions are just super like rah rah, right? And because the way that they may not fully be conscious of the energy, right? So a person who's born in a full moon can still have that like lunatic kind of energy to them if they're not necessarily doing the work, right? If they haven't done the work to be conscious of their emotions, they're working as like a clear quartz crystal, right? Where everything is super amplified for them during this time, and they could react impulsively in a sense, right? Or other people who may even have signs that are closer and or not consciously aware of their emotions, they can be acting like what we say lunatics, right? But then there are other people who around like the full moon, they just might not even feel charged up. They might feel more fatigued, they might feel more tired, or they might feel like they're super sensitive and they're receiving so many downloads, so much information that they don't even want to be around other people, right? So they go more internal as opposed to like external, right? Like the person that wants to party during that time, they want to parlay with everybody, right? Their feelings are a bit more happier and charged up, as opposed to somebody getting more introverted and really feeling like, you know what, it's time to release. It's a bit, they may be feeling a bit more sad. It could be that it's a completely opposite moon from them, so they're going to respond in an opposite manner, right? And when we have these feelings, right, if we're having a feeling of sadness or anxiety or trauma, right, whatever it is that you are feeling, you have to allow yourself. Now, I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm just saying, in regards to the whole feel it to heal it modality, you have to allow yourself to feel it, right? Because if you don't feel it and you choose to sweep it underneath the rug, if that rug becomes a mat for you to stand on, and you don't address the problem, so you go about living life as if it never existed, and the problem continues to occur and occur and occur, and she feels like, thank you. There you go. She heard me. So I'm going to be pulling out some chakra cards also for this collective reading, because people are going to be feeling a lot of different emotions during this time, right? And if you're sweeping those emotions underneath the rug and you're not dealing with it, 9 out of 10 times, you're not going to know how to overcome certain situations, right? Certain levels of life, because you're going to continue to just sweep things underneath the rug. Now, yes, it is good for you to move forward in life and not get so caught up in the past and get so caught up on the stories, because that's all there is stories. But you have to get to a place where you identify how it made you feel and your response to it, right? Your reaction, because it is an action in response to what happened, right? You're responding so to whatever energetics is around, right? So that's your responsibility to really allow yourself to consciously be aware of what it is that you're feeling, so that way you can learn to navigate your own energetic body, right? So a kriya, right, and like Kundalini yoga is journaling. And journaling can really bring you back to thyself. It can really purify and cleanse the space, working with the element of fire and water together. It can really allow, and air, right, and earth, right, because it's working with all the elementals, with ethers, into one space. And it really allows for healing to happen, right? So you want to first sit with yourself and really just ask yourself, what am I feeling in this present moment, right? If you're not already in the middle of a crisis, right? But ask yourself, what am I feeling in the present moment? And I'll read your comments in a moment. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Oh, one of my owls. The ears of my owl. Give me a moment. There we go. Yeah. What am I feeling in the present moment, right? And be honest with yourself. Are you feeling what? Because in the present moment, in the now, a lot of the times, things don't really fully exist, right? In the now moment. But if you have emotions that's coming up in the now, write it down and feel it. If you had a bad day, allow yourself to sit with the emotions of why it was bad. Allow yourself to feel where in your body you're feeling these emotions, right? What body part is trying to communicate with you? And I'm bringing this up because during this time, I'm feeling like a lot of information is going to be coming into the collective, and there's going to be a lot of emotions that are just pouring down into people, right? Pouring on into people. And you want to be centered into knowing who you are, so that way you can be able to identify, is this an energetic collective energy that is moving so that it can raise the vibration, right? To be cleared out, or is this something that it is just mine, right? And it's never just not yours. Let me say that, because even if it's a collective energy, the only reason why it's able to travel into you is because an aspect of you identifies with that same energy, but the level of how you may feel that energy can be different, right? And so a lot of empaths during this time are gonna be feeling a hyper sense of emotions, right? And this is again why it's so important for you to really know how to feel it, to heal it, so that you can transmute the energy and transform it, because there is a collective ascension that is happening during these portals here. Okay. And this could also have waves of mental manipulation in a sense, right? Because as people are energetically purging, right, it's in, some people don't know how to transmute that energy and transform that energy. They're just releasing and releasing, and I release and I call on the new and all of this bullshit, but they're releasing it, and it's like, homie, where's it going? What is it doing? Like, it may not, now it may have left you and you may have rebuked it out of your body, but now that shit went into like your neighbor, or a family member, or the stranger in the store right next to you, whatever the case may be, right? So you want to be responsible with how you're responding to these energies, right? And say, okay, if I need to purge and cry, honor that. That is a strength. That is not a weakness. Crying is an actual chemical balancer of the mind. So it is a cleansing purge. It is a form of a kriya as well. And it is fully supported even in the shamanistic, right? Spiritual gangsters, right? Shamanistic practice, to cry and purge, to allow any impurities, any energies that is not serving you anymore for your highest and greatest good, to release out of your body, so that your mind can begin to clean out the clutter and balance itself into its natural neuron waves, right? It's allowing itself to become in its natural order, right? That's balancing for you, and it's ma'at, right? And it also allows for you to be honest with your heart, right? So allowing for the mind and the heart to purge out and breathe through the sensation when you're crying. Allow yourself to recognize why you are crying, right? Be honest with it and identify with the story and say, okay, how can I shift this, right? How can I begin to give thanks for that experience? Because gratitude is a whole attitude that will shift and change a vibration, and it will uplift your vibration as well. So giving gratitude to the experience, I give thanks for that anxiety, that panic attack I just had, because it allows for me to identify with what I'm not comfortable with. And then you can say, okay, well, now you're not comfortable with that. Why are you not comfortable? Now you can start asking yourself more questions, right? You can begin to communicate with that feeling and start letting that feeling talk to you, right? If there's a pain in your body, identify where in your body is at. What body part is in pain? What's going on? Is it stress? Is it change, right? Maybe somebody's having pain in their joints, or something like that, and this person is being pushed to maybe move, or like move jobs, right, change career or change location, or even just move into a new place in life, right, with new friends, new acquaintances, new interactions, right? But this person might fear change, right? So because they fear change, now it might not be a purge where you necessarily having to cry, but you're feeling uncomfortability, pressure, right, or abnormal energies in the joints or something like that, right? And it's because maybe it has something to do with change. And this of course is when you are physically healthy, right? Because I'm not a medical practitioner, and so I will recommend that you always go to your PCP to get yourself checked out, right? But really just allowing yourself to feel how your body feels. Do you have back pains, right? Do you have shoulder pains? Do you have abdominal pains? Do you have pains in your legs? Do you not have any pain at all? But again, you may have like some form of anxiety, or feeling like it's hard to breathe or something, right? Asking yourself, okay, why am I feeling this? Because those feelings are telling you a story, and it's also allowing you to get acquainted with your body so you can really align and know how to work with your energetic system, right? So that you can work your magic and your power through your own energy without any outside forces, right? And that's the beautiful part of it. The same thing goes for laughter and for joy, right? Some people laugh because they're really in a space of humor and joy and this, that, and the third. And then there's people that laugh. Like, I can be one of these people at times, and I definitely was this person back in the days a long time ago, a lot more than now. But instead of crying, I would laugh. I would find humor in a situation to lighten the space so that I wouldn't cry in front of people, right? So, you might be a person that might find humor, like dark humor. You turn everything into dark humor or into laughter so that you're energetically shifting your vibration. Yes, and that's a good thing, because you're saying laughter is one of the best medicines, right? You're saying, okay, something is wanting to communicate with me. This makes me uncomfortable, and I know that I need to raise my vibration. So let me go to what I know, which is laughter, to heal and raise this vibration up higher, right? But it's a temporary medicine in a sense, right? Because now you're bypassing the real tears that want to come down to purge out. You're bypassing the real emotion, and you're covering up that emotion through laughter, right? So laugh because you're in a joyous place and you really want to laugh. Or if you find that you're uncomfortably laughing, this is weird, I feel awkward, identify with that and say, okay, you know what, I do laugh during times that I feel awkward, or I do laugh during times that I really want to cry and I don't want other people to see me. And then you can really begin to navigate your energies and your emotions, right? Going to be extremely important, again, because of the energies that's going to be flowing this week. Do you have any questions? And you know what? It's okay in that ugliness, in the hideous energies, when you're purging, right? Allowing yourself to see the beauty in that and saying, oh my gosh, like, I love myself so much that I allowed myself to even go through this experience so that I can grow, is a space. You get to that space after, right? You get to that space whenever you get to that space, and that's a beautiful space to be in, right? And to honor whatever forms of expressions that want to come through, because sometimes we have feelings that come out, like it might be a feeling of guilt because we feel confident in doing something, and we really want to just express that confidence, and we really just, it's not even in an arrogant way, but in a blissful way of confidence, where you want to share what it is that you are confident about with others, right? So that you keep on a vibration that is bringing your energy up, as well as, you know, allowing for others to, you know, just flow in that energy too, because you're confident in your being, you're not being moved by it or at all. And it allows others to either get triggered to identify their insecurities, right? Or it allows others to identify with their confident energy as well. And if there's that insecurity vibration trying to come in, and you all of a sudden start to feel guilty, you are now saying that your confidence and your self-acceptance and your self-love and your skills and your talents and your vibration feels bad because somebody else is insecure and wants you to lower your vibration to their vibration. So you have to identify with that feeling and ask yourself, well, where is this coming from? Am I a people pleaser? And if so, why? Is this something that really makes me happy? Because anytime that we're feeling guilty, you're not feeling happy. But if you're confident in your being and say, you know what, that's your insecurity, that ain't none of my business, that don't got nothing to do with me, you allow yourself to be in a frequency that you're still happy. You say, you know what, I wish that you gain clarity on your insecurity, and that you learn to identify with where it's that trigger is coming from, so that you can uplift your vibration and get to a space where you're feeling confident and know that there is no competition between you and I, but that is just love. And I send you love while you do what you need to do. But I am not going to belittle my energy or put myself in a space of guilt or shame or anything else because someone else is projecting on their emotion, right? I don't want this to overheat. Their emotion on a situation, situation. hello. Wow, there's a reason why I'm seeing this. This week has been very testy for me. Have to stay grounded. I'm sitting on a tree like the Buddha. Like, I love listen, Buddha body, right? My body wants to sit on a tree. This is my homie G here. And so really allow yourself, me to have dark humor sometimes. I've been purging so much this week. I already been feeling the energy. Yeah. It's super hot out here too. Oh boy. Don't pull, because there's a talk about testy. There's a squirrel that's on a tree now and is staring at Stella, like testing her, and Stella's staring at it now. Oh my God. They were just fine. All right. Let's see here. Okay, get back to business. So really, again, just allow yourself to feel it, to identify, journal it down, do some breathing techniques, right? If you're feeling really low in energy, feeling fatigued, ask yourself what is keeping you in a depressed space. Maybe take a cold shower, and do some breathing techniques, right? I would say you on a more like a lion's breath, right? And because this is the Lion's Gate portal, is perfect, right? Where it's almost like the breath of fire, or the fire breath, they would call it. It is exactly that, but instead of it just being with the nostrils, you are with your mouth open, right? So let me move this just a little bit. I just don't want the sun to overheat it. One moment. And I don't want Stella to nope, because she's wanting to jump up. So you can take your thumbs And because this is a lion's gate, I actually, this is a gate, okay? This is the one I'm going to tell you to do. Okay, it's going to be a little bit different. Normally, this is done with the mouth closed. But because of the lion's gate, this is a variation that I'm suggesting if you want to try it. And of course, do it at your own pace. You don't want to overheat yourself. You don't want to, if you're feeling tired, dizzy, dehydrated, stop, take your time. Don't rush. Don't do it, because I don't want you to overwork your energy and burn yourself out, right? So maybe do like a minute at a time or something, right? Or 30 seconds if you can't do a whole minute. Excuse me. You're going to do a chin lock, right? So that way your spine is elongated as you are sitting. And you're going to take your hands, you're going to close it up, but you're going to keep your thumbs up. And you're going to bring it out in front of you as such, right? And you're going to stare in between the thumbs as the gates, okay? Now, my thumbs has an actual opening on the gate. Not everybody's does, and that's okay. Completely okay. You still want to use that as your focus point, right? And you're going to take your breath, and you're going to take a deep breath in, tongue out. Even inhale, even exhale, okay? And do that again for about 30 seconds to a minute. And then bring your hands down to your knees and just feel the vibration, feel the energy flowing. And if you need to get up for your day after that, you get up. That's going to recharge and stimulate the body, right? It's going to stimulate your fire, your chi to activate, right? This could stimulate emotions from coming up. This could stimulate some ideas from coming up. So writing, or even, just chilling with the energy. I recommend after the breath, maybe chilling with that energy for about 5 minutes at least, right? And then going about your day. If you're doing this during a time of meditation, you can definitely do it longer, okay? This is just to activate if you want to, get out of maybe feeling depressed or feeling tired, fatigue. If you're feeling fatigue and you just wanting to get up in from that energy, right? So that is an exercise technique that y'all can do. And if you have any other questions, you can text Lionsgate, right? Text Lionsgate to 321-300-0399. I am going to save this video so that you have the information to you. And then after you text Lionsgate, you can put your question. Because I do offer consultations, and usually the consultations is where you can ask your question. Now, for today only, today is Friday, the 6th, August 6th, is the only day that I am going to allow you guys to ask me certain questions through that text message, okay? And if it is getting to a point where I say, hey, you know what, I think we need to book a one-on-one consultation, then we'll do that. If it's something that I can answer right away, boom, I will answer, not a problem, okay? And if it's after that day and you're feeling like you want to connect with me on a one-on-one basis, feel free to book a consultation. And then if you so choose to continue to move forward on a one-on-one like mentorship or some sort of work, Um, Other than a light code activation, I usually I will deduct the consultation fee from the fee of the one-on-one, right? So that way it's like you get the consultation for free in a sense, right? But you're not obligated to do that, and we can set that up if you want that. So, and also, if you are interested in the Goddess Energy workshop, in which I will be releasing later on this year, and this is part 2 because I did a part 1 already, so this is a lot more upgraded, a lot more. We will be doing meditations, we will be doing exercises, it will be recorded. I will also have a packet that is included with the workshop, so you will be receiving something tangible to work with, and I'm so excited for that. You can text inner chi, right? Inner chi, INNER CHI, 2321-300-0399. All right, y'all. So now we're going to get into the nitty gritty here. I'm going to start doing the collective reading. I do feel like the gates are already, like, the gates have been open. It's just more potent during the 8/8 cycle. Be aware and be mindful that there is going to be, through this activation, and like I said, an ascension of emotions are going to be coming up. A lot of heart chakra activations, right? So a lot of purging for people. There's going to be a lot of maybe storms or earthquakes or turbulence in certain different areas in the world. And because these are energetic activations that is happening, because as we are ascending, so is the kundalini shifting of Mama Gaia of the earth, right? And she's shifting, she's changing into, she's, it's a new being in a sense, right? And so that's definitely something to be mindful of. If you hear about certain, like, earthquakes in certain spaces, okay, how many, what was the what is that called, like the longitude and latitude, the coordinates, there you go, thank you, the coordinates of of where that earthquake was, right? What are the coordinates and how many degrees and the temperature and stuff, because all that mathematic is a language, right? It is a light code language message, right? And so this is something that I'm just allowing to, I need to also, I'm not gonna lie, I need to also get up on it, right? Because that spirit got a funny way of talking to everybody in the room. Spirit got a funny way of talking to everybody in the room. So yeah, so these, it's a light language of communicating to know, like, what what frequencies, what portals are opening, what maybe spirits may be around in that space, right? For a lot of you, there's gonna be a lot of crown chakra activity as well. And I think I said that earlier. The guardian of the gates with the number 3 here. So we definitely have, the gates being open here. The guardians are opening up the gates here. Some of you may be meeting your gatekeepers in a sense and connecting with them, and saying, you know what, it's time for me to go through. I'm ready. Communicate with each other and walk through the gates, right? Walk through the gates and see what is on the other side for you here. A lot of transitioning here, a lot of guidance, right? So new information could be coming through here. I was getting that also, like air elements, telepathic ascensions. The telepathy is strong. I feel like all the clairs, the ears, the clairaudience, the telepathy, the clairsentience, the smell, the taste, all of that is super heightened at this time. They're not limited to just the empaths. I know I started this off with the empaths, and I guess that's what I'm feeling primarily in here. But I'm feeling guided to let you know, like, no, if you have a strong taste buds, pay attention to that, because you could also possibly be tasting, not necessarily feeling, but you could be tasting the information that's in the air or in the frequency or your messages, through your taste. Because I'm getting a lot of saliva right now. Sorry, my dog is like getting comfortable. I'm getting a lot of saliva right now. So tasting that information and swallowing it, being able to digest it and understand what it is. Or if it doesn't taste good, and you feel like spitting it out, right? Like, what is that? What? Start connecting with your senses, because your senses speak to you also. That's part of the feel it to heal it. It's going to work different for everyone. All right. Maybe you feel physical pain or you feel physical sensations, but maybe it's not so much of an emotional feeling, but it's like, hearing noises, right? And there's an alarm going off right now, a car alarm. So possibly somebody has been getting a lot of messages, but they're not knowing how to tune in and listen to the messages, or communicate. And there's something to be mindful about, right? So I'm gonna leave this out because we are in the Lionsgate portal. So Death card wanted to come out, and she came out upright, and then it came out in reverse here. And there's some sort of initiation, but I'm gonna see what's this card that's in reverse here. I'm gonna put this back in only because okay, I'm gonna leave it out. And what is this? The poop. Okay, and this one, the initiation. All right, so some of you are going through some initiations at this time, and you're going to be having your higher self communicating with you a bit deeper and stronger here. And for those of you that are already connected with your higher self and your spirit guides here, this could be that you are going to be connecting deeper with your spirit guides, as well as come into communication with a new spirit guide here. I'm also feeling like there are gonna be a lot of transitions here. Possibly somebody may be at a space of needing to grieve somebody that transition, or is getting a message. And we have here the Singer of Courage here, right? With the number 8, right? And this is a 8-8 portal. So the number 8 here with courage here, there's gonna be some ego deaths, right? People really going beyond the veil far more than they have ever experienced before, and that's where the death coming out and upright and in reverse is a rebirth period for a lot of you here. It's really an initiation, spiritual initiation from your higher self, and that's going to allow you to connect with other guides here. And this is a collective thing. And I know that this sounds so cliche because, we've been saying this for quite some time, but this energy specifically is telling me that this is a lot more higher intelligence. Two timelines, jumping timelines here. Get a little bit of clarity here. Balancing out the scales here. Letting go of some burdens here. There could be some stuff in regards to work here. Maybe feeling tired, feeling fatigued, feeling like, maybe somebody had just they had to get they just lost their job. They would let go from a career, and they're having a shift of career. They're having a shift of a career. That's not for everybody here, because this does feel more emotional to the heart space. So it's not for everyone. But if you had just gotten released from one job and transitioning into another job here, Really pay attention if this is um, in alignment with your higher self and where it is that you may have been wanting to go, right? Where you may have been wanting to go. Because if not, you're going to find yourself feeling really exhausted, and it may not last long, right? It may not last as long as you would like. Um, and I don't see it necessarily being a cycle. Actually, what I see happening is possibly you went to go make it into a cycle, and in the middle of that, you realize, wait a minute, I keep going through this cycle, and you make that shift into saying, you know what, I'm gonna just go after what it is that I want to go after. I'm no longer gonna keep being on that cycle. You're gonna be consciously aware of that cycle, and it's gonna end. It's a completion of that cycle. So if that sounds like your story, be prepared and say, all right, is this new job in alignment with like the career that I want for my life? And if so, then you had just came out of that cycle. You realize, you know what was working for you before isn't working for you now, and congratulations, right? But if you're not in that space, you will soon be closing out that cycle within even way before, I feel like even way before the next full moon. But of course, time is a very interesting round, because it really, you can be in meditation for 5 minutes physically in this world, but inside and be in another world, and it feel like you went through 2,000 years, and and those 5 minutes. So time is really relative to the circumstances in which you're at, right? So it's gonna be different for everyone. When it comes down to the heart space, I feel like there's going to be a lot of releasing of the negative or bad thoughts, that maybe I feel like a lot of us, we have been conditioned to do a lot of self-infliction in regards to taking a lot of things too personal, taking a lot of things out of proportion through overthought, and causing stress and a discomfort in our anahata, in our heart space, right? So spirit is saying, like, connect with the breath. Allow yourself to connect with the breath. And really, again, you got to feel it to heal it. Ask yourself, where are those thoughts coming from? Because I feel like somebody here has a beautiful relationship with someone, but possibly has been putting a lot of overthought, or negative thinking, or disillusionments in the middle of this relationship, because of whatever thoughts that they may have due to like past circumstances, or due to old programmings, or whatever the case may be. Hola. So I really feel like there is going to be a mental clean up in there. A shedding of the skin. I literally just saw like the snake, just like when I did that, it was, yeah. So somebody is coming into a new body, and it's time to allow yourself to embrace how that new body is going to look for you. That means that the shape of your body, you may lose weight, you may gain weight, your hair may grow, or your hair may start falling, you cut your hair, or it's gonna look different for everyone. Your eyes may get lighter, right? The foods that you're wanting to eat is gonna start shifting as well, because your taste buds, right? Somebody has a lot of the clears with the taste. You receive a lot of messages with taste. Definitely take time to embrace this energy. This initiation um, is gonna feel really fast, but I'm hearing like you're gonna be processing this information for months. It's not just something that's going to, it's gonna be like one of those revelations that once you see it, you can't unsee it. You can't just pretend it didn't happen. You're going to be constantly processing it. But Spirit saying when that happens, allow yourself to flow, feel, write it down, and get to know what is happening, and let it be balanced with the logic. Don't overthink. Um, so there's a spiritual initiation. Okay, for the lovers, right? Because I feel some sense of lover energy here. With the lovers, I'm feeling like this is a union here, that's really gonna be harmonizing, getting more together. There could be some financial things kind of getting in the way, where like, one is maybe more focused on finances while the other one's a bit more focused on their emotions or something. But there's gonna be a merge or a balance, a coming together is what I'm sensing, where a lot more clarity is coming in because there's a lot of love. And I feel like, there was a shift in timelines. So now it's about that balancing, instead of it being two parallel realities, or like feeling like, yeah, in duality with each other, dueling and fighting. It's more of a harmonious, and this is not going to be for everyone either. Okay, you're going to know if this is you, because what's happening is, you're going to see how there's actually a lot of healthy behaviors, right? However, due to the overthinking, it led to possible, not possible because that means it didn't happen already, but what's like, due to overthinking, there could have been arguments or situations that occurred that seemingly looked toxic only because somebody was overthinking. And I feel like both were kind of in their egoic space. But now there's a merging of love into harmony here. I feel like collectively there's going to be a major surge of relationships coming together as well, being in union, being in harmony here. And this is going to be because a lot of us are actually going to be stepping into that space of feeling confident, feeling, I hope, yeah, it always happens, yo. Listen, Tantra, okay? Anyway, allowing yourself to really feel supported in your own being, with your own thoughts, with your own emotions, is really gonna allow for you to say, you know what, whatever this person is going through, like, I have to honor that they're having their experience as well, and I love them so much that I'm gonna just hold space for what is divinely righted for me, and more like, not in a self-centered way where, again, the ego's at place and it's about me, and it's like, F your feelings. Absolutely not. What I'm actually sensing is being supportive and saying, you know what, they if they're going through something, honoring that they're going through something, not taking it personal to self, but still holding space to say, you know what, I'm here for you while you are going through this. And allowing the person to express themselves, right? Without feeling judged. This can be that possibly there's like a divine masculine energy that felt like they couldn't necessarily emotionally express themselves due to whatever circumstances. Maybe growing up they weren't allowed to express themselves or whatever. Society sometimes doesn't allow, they feel like, oh, men shouldn't cry or men shouldn't have certain emotions, and they're needing to really express themselves. And they are finally coming to a space where you can be that safe haven, right? And just because I'm saying divine masculine does not mean male, okay? Even though I did just say men, it doesn't necessarily mean male. If you're a person that have found yourself find it hard to difficult to express your emotions, but you're in partnership with someone or you're dating someone, I think after some clarity here, there's gonna be some clarity that's coming in. Winds of change that's gonna just be pouring in a lot of information. Um, you're gonna be able. There's gonna be some news that's gonna come in that's gonna change the way that maybe the way that you was living or where you living or how you was working or whatever the case may be. There's going to be these changes, right? And you're going to, in that change, you're going to be able to find security and balance and support through that partnership that you have with someone else. In some cases, I'm also hearing that this could be with a soulmate, such as a family member soulmate, but there's going to be some sort of balance of coming together into union, into harmony, after some time of feeling like was not, like, maybe that you felt like that's your best friend, or you felt like that's your lover, that's your partner, but there was some differences and y'all couldn't speak. Whatever this news is, when this news come, you are going to be able to start communicating better. And part of that shift, because what I'm getting is there's a person that has a hard time communicating emotions. They're going to be getting better with communicating emotions, because the person that doesn't have a hard time communicating emotions could be a person who likes to overthink at the same time. And so they were possibly overthinking a scenario into too many details and trying to make things fit into a scenario that it didn't even need to fucking apply. It didn't even need to fit. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm a person that I can overthink at times, and having to be mindful of getting caught up in the details is extremely important. So if you are finding that there are certain situations that are coming about and it's making you feel an unease at your heart, again, feel it to heal it, because whatever it is that you're feeling and thinking, those are your feelings and those are your thoughts. Nobody can make you feel or think anything. However, they can do something that can trigger you to feel how you feel or think how you think. And that trigger comes from a place within thyself. So once the person who's overthinking really truly learns to connect with thyself, they are going to be able to be more centered with themselves, hence allowing for the allowing for the masculine energy to feel more centered with themselves and being able to express whatever emotions it is that they want to express here. There's going to be a lot of open communication, honest communication. Be sure to not over exaggerate any of your communications of your feelings or anything like that. If you are finding that you are in a space of exaggerating your emotions or your thoughts, take a breath, take a moment to breathe and woosah, okay? Because I don't know, I'm feeling a Jupiter energy of exaggerations there. It can be a lot of, you can be feeling an abundance of information or feelings. And again, it's for you to make sure that you are balancing yourself out, because this is going to bring that partnership into a higher vibration, together, and in harmony and in union, right? And as this union is happening in harmony, it is collectively bringing others into a higher vibration, into union and harmony with themselves, because it's a lot of self evaluation work, but that's tying up to partnership here. This could also apply to business, right? So in the business side, because what I'm hearing is like partnership, maybe somebody having a contract with somebody else as far as like a business contract, so to speak. It may not necessarily be that one person is having, or one or both people, if it ever in the business, because this is a different story. If you are a person that's looking to get into a business partnership, or you are in a business partnership right now, both of you don't have a problem with expressing your emotions. That's not what I'm sensing here. However, or y'all didn't have. However, there might be a space here right now where one person is overthinking something that had happened, and may be letting their emotions get in the way of it. They're taking it personal. Business is business and personal is personal. So make sure that you have things in contract, in alignment, in a business aspect, so that you cannot take it personal, because in taking it personal, that's not going to allow for you to be in harmony with yourself, right? You are only in control of you. You are personal to self. All right. Is this a good partnership? I feel like somebody's asking, is this a good partnership? Is this going to be a good payout, business wise? Let me get a little bit of clarity on that here. I feel like somebody here is getting into some sort of business venture here. So, yeah, a lot of self-evaluation though here. I do sense an apology coming through, that needs to be had here. Yeah, there's a completion of a cycle here. We are entering a new world. We are in the new world here. Liberate yourself. Liberate yourself. This is a completion of a cycle here. You are very intellectual. You are I feel like a wise woman energy here. So you can be a female that's looking to have a business partner, or has a business partner here, or maybe expanding your business here. The moon, yeah, your intuition, I was sensing that a strong. So this new moon here is bringing out a closing of a cycle here. So y'all could be ending the way that y'all did something one way and now doing it another way. If so, put it on paper. Is what I'm getting here. That's way too many cards. But there is the Chariot here. What else? Okay, major arcanas. 3 major arcanas here. Somebody's moving into a new, okay. You could have been let go from this. Goes back to the old story. You could have been let go from your job, or you could have quit, let go of a job, and maybe you're dealing with some feelings of not trying to feel regret, not trying to feel guilty or sorry for yourself, and like, so Spirit is saying you're having to deal with those emotions so that you can be in harmony with the career that you're building for yourself, because you're coming into a space of self evaluation and liberation with yourself, and there's going to be a harmonious contract that is coming into play here, and it's going to be successful. But you're going to have to use your intuition. You're going to have to, Queen of Pentacles in the bottom of the deck here. All right. The money's gonna flow. You have to be in the spirit of abundance with yourself. So go through your emotions. If you have time this weekend to go through your emotions and then deal with this business contract partnership, maybe after the weekend or so, allow yourself that space, because I feel like this is gonna be a very oh, yes. A very, very, very fortunate experience here. This is something that you be mindful of what you're thinking here, right? We have the Queen of Pentacles here, who is coming in. With this Seven of Swords tells me here, though, you might be thieving yourself, tricking yourself into some thoughts that are not serving you. So the trickster, the ego, might be trying to get in the way of your Ten of Pentacles here, right? Of your Ten of Pentacles here. Because Mercury is communicating with your divine feminine self, and I'm telling you, utilize your spirit of fertility, utilize your intuition, utilize your divine feminine aspect, and then allow it to be in harmony with your divine masculine energy to bring these results in. Because your masculine energy is really charged up and fired up to get this money here. To get this money here. And you need only to speak it into existence here. Somebody's a really powerful manifestator. They and this is for generational wealth here. Yeah, and see the man and the woman, how I see it, right? How I see it. They're walking in the same direction. She already saw the pentacles. She's like, I got this. I'm using my intuition. I'm using my fertility. I'm pregnant with ideas, or maybe you're even gonna have, you know. And he's very logical and very wise and very protective of this partnership. Okay? This is going to be, whether it's two women in business or in a relationship, however, but business-wise, or two men, or a man and a woman, however. The divine masculine is receiving a lot of logical information in regards to this Ten of Pentacles energy here. All right? The female is the manifestator. Together, they are making this Ten of Pentacles happen, is what I'm getting through Mercury. Mercury saying you are the magician here. But there's some thoughts that you're needing to clear out. You're going to have to utilize your intuition. And you're going to have to know yourself to utilize that intuition, because this Seven of Swords could also be self-reflection here. Reflecting upon your ego, right? Reflecting upon any disillusionments, right? Any illusions, right, that you had. What breaking through the illusion here, to really allow yourself to receive the truth. Let me get a little bit of clarity on that Seven of Swords, please. I'm pretty sure it's breaking through the matrix, breaking through the illusions here, and really getting to the truth of it. Because I'm really feeling like this is... and if you were feeling confused, you're not going to feel confused anymore. There's a balance, a harmony, a harmonious balance that's coming through. You're going to have to let go of some toxicity here. So, yeah, somebody is going to have to go. Somebody's going to have to go, and that's okay. As I fucking said it. I sensed that Jupiter energy before. There's a brand new beginning. This is major. Major, 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 major. Okay? Don't play stupid. Face your fears. The Wheel of Fortune, this is karma. This is karma here, and this is a lot of karma coming into balance here with the World card saying, you know what, it's the end. It's the end. The scales are being balanced. The devil's being put in their place here, and this is a brand new beginning. The ending of one cycle and the beginning of a new timeline, and good fortune with good karma. All right, I'm actually being told to be mindful of saying, so this is the thing about karma. If you have done some stuff here that you have not cleared up, that is fucked up karma. You're going to be feeling some fucked up karma. But they want you to you have to be in tune with yourself again to know. Because when we are going through endings, things seem to break down so that you can build up. But that does not mean that you're having bad karma. That means you're having a breakthrough. That means you're having a transition. So you're going to have to really evaluate, observe the situation and accept everything for how it is, right? Observe the situation and say, okay. And definitely, I'm being told, put in your manifestations, write it down, and put it exactly how you want it. Because if you did good, it's going to come good, even greater than you even imagine. But again, you utilizing your intuition to say, wait a minute, is this happening to me or is this happening for me, right? Because if it's happening for me, then I'm coming into a new transition. I'm having some breakthroughs. And even though all of this may seem like it's falling apart, it may seem like it's bad, it's actually some good karma happening for me, right? But if it's some shit that's happening to you, even that happening to you is happening for you so that you can make those shifts. But it's happening for you in maybe in a more harder way because you had to learn your fucking lesson in a hard way because you did some shit that you ain't even trying to clear out, right? So that's kind of what I'm being told. The karma is going to look a little bit different for everybody. But it's going to be, it's going to be a lot of happiness. This could be maybe, ending third-party situations and not feeling in a space of regret anymore. Because we got the World card again in the bottom of the deck here. That trickster energy is being illuminated. The telepathy is going to be so strong that if there was any sort of... let's say it is in business and somebody was like stealing money or something like that, it's gonna be so revealed that it's about to rain. Close it out. One last card. I just saw the Empress card when I said one last card here. One last card, Spirit. Yep. I love it. Success. Leo energy, the Six of Wands, victory here. All right, be mindful of how you utilizing your money. So this could be a shift in finances coming soon. Thank you, Spirit. I'm going to take a sip of water. I'm going to walk with y'all. Thank you. Ashe. Give thanks to the ancestors and spirit guides. Observe. Write down. Tap into your magic. Know your magic. No slacking. No slacking is kind of what I'm getting in a sense, meaning if you are being guided to meditate, then meditate. If you are being guided to push yourself to work, then work. If you are being guided, it's going to look different for everybody. Oh, I forgot these cards. Breaking free here. It's going to look different for everyone. It's going to look different for everyone. A lot of people are going to be coming into money is what I'm sensing here also. There's going to be an increase. So this could be maybe getting a raise or something, or a promotion. This could be, like I said, a shift. Somebody's going through a shift in careers or something like that, and this is going to lead to a lot more money. It's ending one cycle, but is leading to another cycle, and there's going to be a contract, a business contract. If it's not in a contract, be mindful of that, is what I'm getting here. You want to make sure you have it in writing, is what I'm being told. So there's that. And in regards, again, when it comes down to the lovers, to unions, and when it comes down to family too, for those that are married, I'm seeing better communication between you and your partner. If you are single, I see you coming into a space of really connecting deeper with yourself, and maybe within the next couple months or so, really getting into a partnership. This is not everyone. I'm actually hearing that there's going to be some people that's going to finalize a relationship. They're going from single status to partnership here. If that is you, you're going to know, because you're going to be able to see the flow, how the bee just came. It's very fertile. It's very good communication. It's gonna, like I said, flowing, meaning you're not gonna really have too much resistance at this point. Any resistance that may have been there, that was kind of keeping y'all single, is gonna leave, is what I'm sensing. And for business, I already said that. Yeah, I feel like that's your messages, y'all. Family, the family stuff. Yeah, so I also feel like there's gonna be some sort of like connection when it comes down to family, like a family conversation, a meeting of some sort, like in a living room or something like that, where either somebody's announcing that they're leaving, or somebody's announcing that they're pregnant, but it's some sort of like news where it's going to be a major shift. And this major shift is going to lead into a space where you jump that timeline from how you was living in one space into now living in another space. You could be living with your parents, you could be living with your grandparents or something like that, and getting into a space where you're now transcending that reality into a more, maybe you're moving in with your partner, right? Maybe you and your partner get into a place. That's why I was getting some sort of like the moment you're like this conversation leading to something in regards to love also. I know it's not together, but love is everywhere, right? Meaning you're gonna just be in such a space that is a lot is flowing in a good sense. But there's these endings, and a lot of these endings is on the mental level, is kind of what I was getting. So hopefully that. And I thank y'all for showing up. The way I eat changed drastically. Okay, let me get my stuff here. Do y'all have any questions? If not, I am going to let y'all go. And I thank y'all very muchos. Peace. If you would like to book a reading, you're going to have to email me and we can set that up. I don't have anything for this weekend. I actually have to check my schedule for this next week, but I normally book 2 weeks in advance. So I suggest that if you did want a reading on a more personal level, you can book your session, and we'll get that on and popping for you here. connecting with your guides. I love you all. I thank you all. May y'all have a happy Lionsgate. Thank you for your time and your energy. Pay attention to the sound frequencies around y'all is what I'm getting. Be sure to listen to some good vibe music, right? Don't drown in your sorrows if you're feeling emotional, right? Allow yourself to feel the emotions. Allow yourself to feel the emotions and cry, right? Cry a river, but don't drown in your own waters. All right? Loving you. Bye.